C-Fan Sports, a sports show that is dedicated to the Seattle sports fan. My name is Dave. This is Kevin, and this is our Mariner Weekly Outfielder Edition free agents.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to throw an extra word in there, but we're going to have to wait because before we do all that, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Make sure that you guys also turn on your notification bells. Give us thumbs up. Give us thumbs down. Make sure you guys leave comments below. And we're getting some trade comments. We want to make sure that if you guys have a comment, you want something talked about on C-Fan Sports, that we're talking about it. And getting into that trade scenario that was sent in a couple days ago, we are going to do a trades, what we think the trades are that are going to happen or could happen for the Seattle Mariners in an upcoming video. And that will be the number one that we talk about. Now, Kevin, the extra word that we're going to use tonight, because Sunday is Halloween, Kevin. And what kind of movies do you watch on Halloween? You watch slasher movies, Kevin. So that's the type of outfielders that we're looking for. We're looking for outfield / another position that's able to give value to that player. Yep. Because right now, as it sits, our outfield is full, bursting at the seams. If you really look at it, you've got Jared Kelnick, you've got Kyle Lewis, you have Mitch Haniger, you've got some kid named Julio that might be coming up. I don't know. I don't know if you've ever heard of him before. He seems to be doing pretty good where he's been. Might be elevated to the big league club next year. However, that does leave us room, Kevin, for some slash players, some utility players that we see that can bring value to this organization. And Kevin, my partner Kevin, is an amazing statistician and has done a great job at coming up with some guys that he thinks is going to be able to add value to the Seattle Mariners. So without that being said, Kevin, give me the short list of outfielders / other positions that you think Seattle is going to be interested in.
Well, I wouldn't call myself a statistician. I just like some stats. That's the reason I kind of talk about him every week. I enjoy them. I kind of want to know what the WAR is. I want to know how many home runs they hit. I want to know the batting averages, their OPSs. These things are fascinating to me. So that's why I really like talking about them.
Gotcha.
Now let's break down. I came up with 4 names that I really, really like that I think that the Mariners should really possibly consider. We're going to start off with one of our subscribers who basically made a comment and they said, well, what about this kid? And I really like this guy, and his name is Nick Castellanos. He's a third baseman / outfielder. He's with the Reds. He has to opt out of his 2-year contract he has left, which he can because he has an opt-out year. He had a 3.3 WAR, 34 home runs this year, a 309 batting average, and he also has, over his 9-year career, he has a 278 batting average, and this year he had a 939 OPS. He was the Reds' best hitter this year. He was a lot of teams' best hitters this year if he would have been on them, but he was with the Reds this year. And I think this kid is an up-and-coming superstar, and he's only 30 years old. So he's still got a few years to go with him.
Excellent. So you think that we lock this kid in? So he's number 1 on your wish list.
He's number 1 on my wish list.
Okay. All right, Kevin, number 2.
I really like Kyle Schwarber. He's an outfielder / catcher, 29 years old. He had a 3.2 WAR, 32 home runs, 266 batting average, and a 928 OPS. He was with the Red Sox this year, and just probably not the best defensive catcher, but he's a hitter. And we're looking for those solid thumpers. And I think between Nick and Kyle and possibly my next guy, I think we have that taken care of.
If you listen for any time at all to our show, Kevin and the word thumper and the Mariners seem to go hand in hand. So
Yes.
he's been begging for a thumper, and so we've found a couple with his slashers.
Well, to me, a thumper is a guy like Ty France. He is your next Edgar Martinez. I hate throwing that word out because Edgar is the GOAT, in my opinion,
Okay.
as far as DHs, thumpers, who is not really always a home run hitter, but he's a consistent doubles, consistent hitter with a good ER or batting average and great stats. So that brings me to my next guy, who has been an absolute unbelievable monster over his 11-year career, and that
Keep
is
it up with the Halloween theme, monster. Okay,
yes.
Gotcha.
With and his name is D Martinez.
Oh yeah.
Now I know DH is really not a slash, but he is an outfielder DHer, and he is a 33 years old, but he had a 3.0 WAR, 28 home runs this year, 286 batting average. He has a career 290 batting average over 11 years, and his OPS was 867. I know he's older, and is he going to be able to continue to hit the way he's hitting? I don't know, but boy, I've always liked this guy.
Let me ask you this, Kevin. Do you see him the same way that we saw Nelson Cruz when we brought him in a few years ago?
I absolutely do. Yes.
And could he be a guy that adds experience and adds somebody that the other teams have to pitch around or pitch to, or, you know, I mean, I just think that it would be smart for us to have somebody like that in our lineup for.
I completely agree with you. However, the cost to get JD Martinez might push it over the edge to get just a DHer, in my opinion. So,
well, Nelly Cruz will be out there at 41 years old.
Yeah, but I don't really want him playing out in the field at all.
Well, no. As far as the DH goes, I don't want to. I don't care if we have to. If we have to use a dolly, put it underneath his feet, and wheel him out to the batter's box, that would be fine with me. Okay, Kevin. So right now you're saying JD Martinez, you said Nick Castellanos, and you said Kyle Schwarber are on your short list. If you are the acting GM, number 4 is an old friend, maybe not friend, but maybe that girl that you let get away, Kevin. Yeah, who is number 4?
Chris Taylor. He is a outfielder / second baseman / shortstop. He fits all of the boxes for an amazing utility guy. I know we'd have to pay him more than we normally pay utility players, but we need those extra guys to push us over the edge. And I think Chris Taylor, even though he's 30, 31 next year, he is that guy. He has a 2.7 WAR, 20 home runs this year, 254 batting average. Over 8 years, he had a 261 career, and he had a 782 OPS. The guy has so much postseason experience
and success
that he would be an amazing person to bring in, and he fits this clubhouse. He really would fit this clubhouse.
Oh, he has absolutely been the Dodgers missing. You know, what he's done for the Dodgers has been nothing short of incredible. I mean, he is like that girl that got away, that found makeup and became really pretty, because he's just amazing. So Kevin, you know what I like to call our outfield as far as the mint collection, because that's what I think is going to be when we get the Kyle Lewis's back, and if Kyle can come back and have his knees hold up. Jared Kelnick. We also have Taylor Trammell. Julio, Mitch Haniger. I mean, there's some talent we already have. So if we could add one of these guys to an already beautiful looking outfield, I think that will become even more of a strength.
Well, and Kevin, the nice thing about it, we have some quality outfielders coming up in the minor leagues as well. So not only are these guys there, I mean, we have these the main guys that could be with us for long term. We have some solid guys in the minor leagues that will be up in 3 to 5 years as well. And whether we have a spot for them, whether we can't hold on to all our guys, I don't know what's going to happen, but the future is bright in the outfield. We just need to add a couple pieces currently for our lineup, whether it's an outfielder, whether it's an infielder, or both. And that's why I kind of like the slash players. But we'll see.
All right, Kevin, if I had to hold your feet to the fire, those 4 guys, is it Nick Castellanos? Is that your guy?
He would be my first pick.
Okay.
Now, I'm not a big fan of his agent. So, he's walking away from some pretty good money right now.
Not a Scott Boras guy, huh?
Yeah, no, not really. He's walking away from some money that's already on the books for a bigger payday. So we're going to have to pay in order to get Nick. I do like Kyle. He's a year younger. He's not quite as good, but boy, he's got some future. He's just a solid kid that can hit.
All right, Kevin. Well, that pretty much concludes this edition of Seattle Mariner Weekly. Hey, I'll see you at the ballpark, brother.
Yeah, let us know if you guys have any slash players that you're thinking about as well. So, because I could have missed some. Trust me.
I don't know about that, Kevin, but we'll give him credit anyway.
No.
You have a good week, Kev.
Yep. Go Mariners.
Go Mariners.